And the Academy Award goes to Dick Poop. This is Corey, and this is the Anthem podcast.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Rob.
I'm a little bit upset that Dick Poop didn't win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of your Academy of Arts and Sciences.
The Academy of Art.
Of Film Arts and Sciences, or whatever it is.
I felt like I always liked how the much like real racists are just like, how can I be racist? I voted for Obama.
Right.
Or like, how can the Academy be racist? They have a black president.
Well, technically, we all have a black president.
Yeah.
We're still racist as shit, so I don't think that matters. Well, yeah, so the biggest waste of time that I've ever sat through, yes, the full Oscars. And I missed.
Have you never watched an entire Oscars?
No. If I was at home, I would have had it on, and then I would have flipped to The Walking Dead, and then I would have listened to watched The Talking Dead, and then maybe gone back for Best Picture at the end. Because it only ran over by what, like 45 minutes?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, Jesus.
I made the joke to Jim on Twitter.
Yeah.
From the critic, where it's like, and to make sure that we don't finish on time, a salute to film critics.
Yeah. Now, so that was a huge waste of time. I made the tweet, something along the lines of, when the Vandals were at the gates, did the Romans sit down and congratulate themselves on doing such good plays or something for the... Yes, of course they fucking did, because that's what societies do when they're on. Once they've jumped the shark... societies start awarding themselves for stuff that doesn't matter. So
we're 87 Academy Awards in. So we've been doing this for 87 years. We've been on the slow decline for 87 years.
I don't want to. I think there was a climb up, and then there was a point at which the Academy Awards became not a 1 hour salute to the industry, but a film spectacular like it is now.
I don't remember the running time of the first Academy Awards.
I imagine it was not,
but it was like 27 minutes. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Because they basically they didn't have as many awards.
I was going to say when
they didn't have special effects.
When the show itself surpassed the longest movie of the year, that's when they jumped the shark. Oh man! Or because we're talking about film, something I learned today, they nuked the fridge. Have you ever heard "nuke the fridge" before?
No.
Do you know what it's referencing?
No.
Really?
No.
Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, or the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
So
the one that nobody saw.
Well, did you see it?
I did.
All right, so Indy survives a nuclear blast by jumping into a lead-lined fridge. Mm-hmm. So the reference is much like jumping the shark. For those who are unincorporated, I suppose, jumping the shark is when a show hits the point at which the Great Decline starts.
Right.
They do some big thing to get a lot of
And in Happy Days, Fonz jumped a shark.
Actually, literally jumped a shark.
And that's where the phrase comes from.
It was, the writer points out that episode was the biggest episode of the season at 30 million viewers, which it was, but it was a sign of them having to do something big to get viewership back, and then the slow decline started towards the end of the show. Yeah. So the nuclear fridge is a thing about they have to do something to make it pop. When you have a series that kind of gets old, Indy's kind of been old, and now Indy himself is old, and all that stuff. They have to do something big. And the problem is that how are we supposed to believe that there is actually a valid fist fight in Act 2 when the teaser for the movie is him surviving a nuclear blast by jumping into a refrigerator? Right. You make him such a Superman. Superman is another great example. It's the flaw that I think comes with the Superman movie, is that he is Superman, and yet he struggles on weird things. People pointed out about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man too, that he can stop a subway car with using only his brute strength, but then he has difficulty later on little tasks, and you're like, but that doesn't really make much sense. So,
I've always found the fault with Superman, being that there's only one thing that's super rare that can kill him, which is a shard of his own home planet, right. But
it doesn't kill him. Well, it doesn't kill him. It makes him human. Yeah, right.
But people seem to be able to access it quite easily.
Well,
and without the
he made fake
without the foresight of right. Like I never leave the house going like, man, I better bring my kryptonite in case I battle Superman today.
Lex Luthor does though. Yeah. But no, so when the Academy Awards became longer than the longest film of that show, or that's when we jumped the shark. And
I'm trying to think of what the longest movie was this year. Probably Boyhood.
Yeah.
Because I looked at that running time and went, ooh.
2 hours and 13 minutes, is that what it was?
Like 2:45.
2:45. Oh, that's right. 3. 3 hours and 15 minutes. It was 100.
I think it was under. I thought it was like 180.
100. I think they said 196.
Maybe, I don't know.
So 196 minutes would be 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
But the Academy Awards, still longer than that.
Yeah.
Still longer than that.
It is a long show. I will.
Ooh.
I'm never going to be able to like tell you that it's not a long show
and it's
that
ridiculous. It's industry masturbation.
I struggled with this because I mentioned that I was trying to write a blog post about it.
Yeah.
Like all my favorite films haven't really ever gotten the respect they deserve. And this year in particular, going in, I said, well, I know Whiplash isn't going to win. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Whiplash isn't going to win. It doesn't really have a chance.
JK won, though.
JK won. And film editing. And I think there was another one, too. Sound editing.
Mm-hmm.
Sound mixing. But I knew going in, it had no chance of winning Best Picture. Even though I thought it was the best picture as all year.
Right.
But then you also think about all the people who are sitting at home watching the Academy Awards who hadn't seen any of the movies.
Like half of our crew who watched at the party. Yeah.
And going like, there's somebody who's sitting home right now going like, well, why didn't Guardians of the Galaxy get nominated for Best Picture? I thought it was awesome.
That was the best picture of the year.
Yeah, the best picture I saw.
I saw
and then,
Interstellar and Into the Woods. That was it.
While I liked Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Wasn't good enough to be Best Picture. Not against any of the other films that were.
I think Chris Pratt's abs alone were enough to win Best Picture for me. I don't know. Andy Dwyer.
Send all your gay fan fiction to Rob. Rob and Chic on Twitter.
Yes, indeed.
Dropbox it.
Especially if it's Chris Pratt related. Or Chris Pine related, who choked up and almost made me cry.
Anybody named Chris.
Any Chris
will do.
Good. Except for Chris... wasn't the guy from To Catch a Predator's name Chris?
Chris Hansen.
Yeah, no Chris Hansen. I don't want any of that. No fan fiction that involves him. And just at our most perfect moment together, I heard somebody behind me say, why don't you come over here and have a seat? What are you doing here?
I wonder why there hasn't been like a single movie or TV show that's like incorporated Chris Hansen as like a bit.
Oh, it has. South Park.
Oh, no. Obviously they did, but like, oh God. Like it obviously this is way before Chris Hansen or Dateline or anything like that, but like Woody Allen dating a younger girl in Manhattan.
Right.
And like like it would be funny if he goes to like meet her somewhere. Like meet her at a diner somewhere.
Right.
And he gets to the diner first and then 2 tables away like Chris Hansen sits down and it's just like
oh, whoa.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just here for a sandwich.
You know,
that's what Chris Hansen always says right before he's like,
let's
hey,
go
why don't you
ahead
take
and
a seat right here.
Let's copyright that idea because I don't know that that's such a bad idea.
Just get in touch with Chris Hansen's people.
Well, we could just find somebody who looks like Chris Hansen.
Just be like, we'd like to make a pedophilia joke, and we'd like to have Chris Hansen involved.
We're going to make 12 episodes.
We're going to make a very elaborate pedophilia joke.
Yeah.
That's based off of people being able to recognize Chris Hansen.
So, for all those who don't follow me on Instagram, at Robert N. Cheek, they won't know who won the Oscar poll. Who was it that...
Oscar Poole.
Oscar Poole.
It was Shannon.
And what was the final score there?
25-24.
Ah, damn it.
She beat me by a point.
Actually, 27-24. Because she miscounted.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I was really hoping for the upset where...
where I thought, I was like, oh,
yes!
man, I won 24-23?
And then it was like, ooh, actually... No. She's been counting that Best Picture for 3, not 5, so... So, what were your initial thoughts about the winners?
I didn't think that there was That's why I'm the best producer in the biz. I wasn't upset by anybody who won, to be honest with you.
Right. We really need a separate producer, I think.
What we need to do is I need to remember which one is me and which one is you. I should really mark it. So what happened, some inside baseball for you, is Rob needed to adjust his microphone stand.
Right.
And he wanted me to turn down his levels so he could do that.
And properly. I gave you the appropriate, because here's what it sounds like if I don't turn it. This is what it sounds like if I don't turn it down.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah.
So I obliged. And I went to reach for what I thought was his level, and then this happened.
And then I was like, oh shit, I'm still with the hot mic. Then I gave you the thumbs up that I was good, and I think you pushed yours up further, because I still laughed and I didn't hear myself.
I wasn't quick enough on the draw.
Oh god, so that's the high quality performance you get here at the podcast.
Well, I'll say this, just in general about the Oscars, the production value was really good, and there wasn't any mistakes or.
Except for the one that was apparently on purpose. Neil Patrick Harris mispronouncing Cheatwell Ipetime's name. Whatever, 12 Years a Slave guy.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
There you go. But apparently that was on purpose, because then it was part of his predictions that he would mispronounce it in an effort to... Or they just used that as one of the things that they did. I don't know.
One of the things they did?
Yeah, because none of it was scripted, obviously. So his predictions... Were you outside for that part?
When he went into the briefcase with the predictions?
Yeah.
With a guy from PricewaterhouseCoopers who looked like Matt Damon?
Right. Yeah. Did you see that part?
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, no, so he predicted that he would do that. So I don't know if that was on purpose to add something to the list, or whether it was accidental and they just added it on.
I think it was accidental and they just added it on.
They got some good writers here at the Oscars. I'll tell you that. And Neil Patrick Harris, I'll watch anything he does.
Yeah. He's really good at hosting award shows.
The biggest debate in my mind, sock or no sock. NPH, we need to know. In the tidy whitey scene.
Oh. Did he pat it or not?
Did you pat it, or is that what you're working with? Is that what God gave you, or is that what Haynes gave you? You know what I mean?
I think if he does come out and make some sort of statement on it, then there's going to be a whole bunch of people who are just...
We're calling you out, MPH. You tell us.
Like if I went out on the Oscar telecast with the tidy whiteys and had rocking a huge bulge... And then somebody asked me after the fact, they're just like, so did you accentuate that a little bit, or is that the real deal?
Right.
And be like, oh, it's the real deal. Don't you worry about it.
You just ask all the satisfied ladies.
I'd have ex-girlfriends coming out of the woodwork, just like, he's got a small dick. Flying out of bushes. Don't believe him, that dick is small.
Who possibly would do that? I can't think of anybody.
I don't know. I can come up with names.
I was going to say, no hateful girlfriends in your past, right? So
I can make a list.
I got to say...
I think to ever properly be able to gauge a man's penis size, you have to go on sort of a curve. From all the ex-girlfriends.
Right.
Because there's one girlfriend who's clearly just going to be a hateful bitch, and she's going to be like, whatever, Rob's 2 inches long.
Yes. No, they do that.
And then there's going to be some girl who's just no lie, he's 18 inches. It's a little bit disgusting. It's a little bit disgusting how big it is. And then the truth the truth lies somewhere in the area of where the people
To be fair, ladies, it is the latter. It is the latter. But no, God, who was talking about that? I fucking said that. I said that I don't believe them when we're dating. I don't believe them when they tell me that I'm the biggest they've ever had. And when we're not dating, I don't believe it when they're telling people how small it is. So, it's just girls lie. Y'all are some lying bitches. What are you going to say? So,
ooh, shots fired.
I got to say, though, my the best moment of my life, I think. I don't know if you were there or not. I feel like you might have been there. was at the pub, and we had that moment where I realized, like, oh shit, I screwed around with like half the girls in the pub, and then somebody said something, and I want to say, I don't think it was Crystal. I think Crystal was in on the conversation, but somebody was just like, yeah, no. So I mean, all the shit I'm going to talk about Rob, but I mean, he really is good in bed. So I'm like, yes, and like this group of girls is around agreeing, like, yeah, I mean, he's an asshole, but at least he tells you he's going to be an asshole ahead of time. And
he doesn't lie to you about being an asshole. He just does it.
He doesn't lie about being an asshole. Doesn't lie about being good in bed. I mean, he's a truthful guy. What do you want from me? So yeah, ladies, there's that.
I don't know if we'll ever get to the bottom of the mystery of if NPH was packing.
Has he been nude in something before? I feel like he has.
I don't know. We could just.
Did you give me the fucking broken mic and stand again? Do you see this? Do you see it sinking? I see it sinking.
I see it sinking. I didn't give it to you on purpose. It's the same one you've been using.
Yeah, I feel like I have adjusted something wrongly.
Maybe you need to push the...
Yeah, I'm going to draw it a little closer.
Here, I'll just do this in the meantime. And talk while you make things happen.
I think... No.
But I'm saying on the other side.
On what? This side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because maybe the equilibrium of the weight is what's causing the trouble.
I gotcha.
And now that Rob seems to be a little bit more adjusted, we'll bring him back up.
On fleek. Yeah, there we go.
There we are.
That's what the kids are saying these days.
Is that on fleek?
On fleek.
Is that like a new social network? Or
No. When things are on point, they're on fleek.
Yeah.
You never heard that?
No.
It's a thing. It's a thing the kids are saying. My scruff was on fleek today.
Kind of like, I didn't know, like, I know the chive.
Right.
But, like, I didn't know if it was chivers or chivers or...
Chivettes. I feel like that's already been taken by somebody.
Chivette seems like it would be right if you were looking at it and trying to pronounce it phonetically. But I don't know.
So the mystery will never be solved.
Why don't you just get to the bottom of it, the chive?
I know, right? Come on.
Just provide me a pronunciation guide. Jesus Christ.
I think the chick with the biggest tits gets to determine how it's...
It's Jeff, you guys. Jeff.
Jeff, that's how we say it. Thank God you're pretty.
Fuck
you're
you.
Not smart. Thank God you're pretty. Anyway, so Oscars.
Yeah. Before we get into winners and losers, what did you think of Neil Patrick Harris?
Like I said, I'll watch anything that he hosts. He is great. He and Chris Hardwick, I think, are in a... I don't want to say they're in a competition, because I don't know that Neil would host shows very well.
Yeah.
And Chris Hardwick does that really well.
Right.
And I don't know that Chris would host award shows that well. I don't know that he has the repertoire to do that. So I think those two are my... I'll watch anything that Neil Patrick Harris hosts. He should just be a professional host.
Well, I was going to say, I know you're not huge into the award shows.
Yeah, I'm not.
But maybe on spec, where do you stand on Neil Patrick Harris versus the duo of Amy Poehler and Tina Fey?
I like Neil Patrick Harris more.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is his wheelhouse. And I think that they adapt what Amy Poehler and Tina Fey do to hosting, but that doesn't make them good hosts. They adapt the award show to them hosting it. Like, they do a lot of sketch stuff, and that's where their background is.
Yeah.
And Neil Patrick Harris is a fucking performer. It's like musical numbers, and he does a little bit of sketch stuff, and he delivers jokes really well. I feel like that's what a host does. Whether on other shows they adapt around when Billy Crystal does the Oscars. Did he do the Oscars before?
Oh yeah.
It was much more stand up. It was him.
But that's something I kind of missed with Neil Patrick Harris. Like I like the monologue at the top of the show.
Yeah,
like
this
like
is...
Don't get me wrong. I thought that musical number that they did with Jack Black and
Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick,
I love you.
was wonderful, but it wasn't like... I don't know. I just like the moment where the host is standing there in front of everybody and he's just like, Ed Norton's here tonight.
Yeah, no. See, I hate the monologue. It's not late night TV. It's
when it's well done. I really like it.
Yeah.
I just think it can be gives you the opportunity for those jokes that just fit so well in the Oscar.
Well, and he took time later. There was later times when he did stand up.
True.
Like a little bit of stand up.
Little jokes.
But here's what I'll say. Completely off topic because you mentioned Anna Kendrick. I find it funny that people draw weird lines in their head. Because I made the comment that for Emma Stone, I am in love with Emma Stone. I not in a physical, like, I want to fuck Emma Stone. I mean, I do. But like her whole, everything about her.
Essence.
Everything about her is just amazing. And I say the same thing about Kristen Renton, who I want to date both or one of those two girls. But then when you mention Anna Kendrick, I'm like,
I want to date either one or both simultaneously.
Yeah, I'll take both. I'll take either one. It doesn't even matter. Lookalikes. But no, but then Anna Kendrick, I'm like, no, she's out of my league. I'm talking about Emma Stone and Kristen Renton, and I'm like, yeah, no, I could totally do that. I would love to date either one of them, but then we talk about her, and I'm just like, no, I don't even. There's no way I could pull that.
She can do better.
She can do way better than me. So let's just take that right off the table. So we were talking about that with the girls, but I was just like, yeah, no, it's weird that I would draw lines like that. But actually, I think you were outside smoking.
Maybe
I was talking to.
I feel like I heard you speaking about Emma Stone and Kristen Renton, though.
Yeah, I was. Oh, gosh, those two. Emma Stone, I mean, she is gorgeous. Anyway, sorry, but I mean, you like the monologue thing. I don't. The problem was Billy Crystal continues to do the monologue throughout the thing. It's him present. He's a presenter, and the host isn't supposed to be a presenter. There's supposed to be entertainment between the presenters.
I mean, I feel like the idea of putting naturally talented people as hosts of the Oscars is usually a good idea.
Yeah, no.
Like, Seth MacFarlane is not like don't get me wrong, he can do no wrong.
Well, he can do no wrong
like
on TV
I'm saying,
movies.
like, as far as, like, he can sing, he can act, he can do all that sort of stuff, but he's not, like, on a talent level of Neil Patrick Harris.
Well, and I think that's a great example because he, like Billy Crystal, has a wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And yes, he can sing, but he sings in a certain context. And yes, he can dance and he can act and all that stuff. But again, I felt when he didn't host the Oscars, right? He hosted the Globes?
No, he hosted the Oscars.
I thought it was the Golden Globes.
No.
Well, see, I don't really watch that much. Yeah. But I did see enough that I was just like, this is Stewie.
Yeah.
He was doing voices and he was doing, his thing.
But then again, it was also like, that talent thing doesn't necessarily hold up because James Franco and Anne Hathaway were like the worst Oscar hosts ever.
But, and again, so that's not what they should be doing. Neil Patrick Harris should be hosting all award shows. When things become...
Oh, LL Cool J and him are going to get in a knife fight.
One thing I told you to watch, Black Mirror. Everybody should be watching the Black Mirror on Netflix. It is amazing, and it'll blow your mind. It's like Twilight Zone, but for technology. One of those is people who are constantly watching TV. It's a society where they're constantly watching TV, and there's really only a few channels. Mm-hmm. I would watch the Neil Patrick Harris channel, where he's just hosting life. He's just always hosting life, because I think it'd be a great performance. He's good at that. But I don't have a warm place for stand-up comedians. They have their place. It's not hosting award shows. Again, Amy Poehler and Tina Fey, I love them. But given the choice, I'd choose Neil Patrick Harris.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if Neil Patrick Harris just plays better to an Oscar audience than Amy and Tina would as well. Because it's the Globes that they do, which is more of like a drunken debaucherous
There's actually
party.
Tables, right?
Yeah,
People
they're drinking at tables. Yeah.
So that could be it too.
It's like a different crowd for the...
Yeah. And I was going to say,
and the blue hairs are more likely to watch the Oscars.
There's other ones that are like that too, like the Grammys versus American Music Awards, something like that.
Yeah, or like the MTV Video Music Awards.
Well, that's a whole different. That's a whole different thing. Yeah, but
that's not even including music.
Right. Like again, Neil Patrick Harris
barely does the Grammys either. Sam Smith, you fucking thief.
Had to get in one more jab in. But I would.
Well, what can I do? He's a fucking thief.
I wouldn't want to see Neil Patrick Harris do the MTV Video Awards because I don't think that's his. Yeah. I would like to see him host anything, but that's not his wheelhouse.
Right.
That'd be like it's like watching Kurt. What's Kurt's name on MTV? Damn it,
Loader.
Kurt Loader. Every time I see him, I'm like, "You are too old for this channel. What are you doing? Come on, man."
Was it South Park that had? Yeah. It wasn't Kurt Loader. It was another one.
No, it was Kurt Loader.
Was it?
It was, yeah.
He's just like, I have to be 50 years older than every single other fucking person on this channel.
Yeah.
It's like smoking on MTV News.
Yeah. Oh, Kurt Loder. God, that takes it back. Is he still on MTV? He can't still be on MTV.
Oh, I don't know.
He's got to be dead.
I don't think he's dead.
Nah, he has to be dead. By the way, looking through Twitter, the in memorandum snubs, there were a lot of them. Joan Rivers most notably. The comedian. Who was the other comedian who died this year? Older lady, Phyllis Diller. Phyllis Diller died this year?
Oh, and she was, yeah.
No, mention of her. Robin Williams is just tossed in the middle like he's not some kind of special guy. Like, come on. It's ridiculous. But then again, they snubbed the Lego Movie too, and they snubbed about 10,000. And they didn't win the song either, so they really snubbed Lego Movie.
I really thought that they were going to have to give it to everything. Because...
It's more showing you that the Oscars are out of touch with what people want.
It's not that.
No, they are. The Academy is out of touch. It's a bunch of old white men.
So here's my basic problem with the Academy always. Mm-hmm. Not just generally this year. But, like, Everything is Awesome was a wonderful... It carried the Lego Movie. Yeah. It was the funniest part about the Lego Movie. Which was a movie.
I would say the whole movie was great, which it was.
I don't know. I think I made this parable with the speech thing last week. Yeah. Where it's like if somebody were to introduce you to give a speech, he's just like, it's the funniest person you'll ever see. He's going to come up on stage, he's going to make you laugh, and you're going to piss yourself, and you're never going to believe. And you're just like, oh, bullshit. Fucking dial it down.
Yeah, dial it back.
I had so many people coming to me going like, oh my God, during the Lego Movie, I never stopped laughing. From the beginning to the end, I was just like, oh my God, it was the best thing ever. And then nothing lived up to that. Right. Except for Everything is Awesome, which I thought was like a wonderful, like, satirical, like...
Well, and I was going to say, I saw it after the hump. Like, there was the build-up when it first debuted, and then it was when everybody saw it a few weeks later, and then it started to die down, and it died down, and nobody was talking about it. Then I saw it.
Well, I didn't see it until Christmas.
Yeah, I saw it just before Christmas, actually. Yeah. Yeah, so I enjoyed it, but apparently not.
I don't know.
Apparently not the Academy.
Well, so there was protests outside of the Dolby Theater.
Yeah, where the Oscars were held.
Right, because of the inequality of the top awards.
Yo, we got a black president, son!
But I think I made the point to Shannon tonight that this was I'm sorry that there weren't any black faces up there, but there were 20 acting awards to be given out. Right. And 20 white, who, no fault of their own, were white actors who happened to just have incredible performances.
Oh, this was a stocked year.
Yeah. Like, it's hard to... Like, I saw Selma, and... God, now it's slipping me, the name of the actor.
Idris Elba? No. Different black guy.
I wish.
Different black guy.
Oh, man. That movie would have been so much better.
Oh, you know what? Oh, wait, he wasn't nominated for anything.
No.
Shit, that's right. That was what we're talking about.
Yeah, you can't look it up. You can't look up on your nominees list.
Yeah. What?
Richard Oyella, I think.
Uelu.
I might be just thinking about the guy from IT Crowd.
I don't remember. Anyway, but the Martin Luther.
Another black British actor.
MLK.
Yeah.
From Selma.
Yeah. I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I thought... he was solidly number 6 on my 5 actors.
Right. Just like the director was 6 on the...
No, she wasn't.
Not at the top?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Why do you hate black people? Send out your complaints to Corey at the Anthem.
Why do I hate... I think...
That's a question you can't avoid, by the way. Why do you hate black people? There's no good answer to that question.
It's not that I hate black people. Wait, that's not what I meant.
All right, yeah.
No, I mean... I think she did a perfectly fine job. She's a... How do I say this without being horrible?
Here we go. People are dialing the NAACP right now. They got the NAA and the CN, and they're waiting. Yeah, they're waiting. Go ahead. Give me a reason to press the P.
I thought that the performance, there were some incredible jobs done in the directing category. Right. Richard Linklater doing 12 years on a movie. Oh,
and not winning.
Alejandro
not winning.
Inarritu with Birdman was an achievement, obviously, because he won.
Yeah.
Damn. Like the whole field was just loaded with great directing jobs.
By the way,
but I felt that Selma was more of like, her directing was more of like Trent Dilfer. Like she quarterback managed that.
Right.
Like you just got a good game manager.
Yeah, she had a good team and she just kept it moving.
Right. She did a good job of and that's not to minimize her abilities as a director at all. She's
still an NFL quarterback.
She's still one of the 32 best.
Right, yeah.
She's just not in that film in particular. I just don't think I didn't walk away from it going like, man, that was something.
My other thought about it is this. You know what else had a stocked year? 2014. Lots of good movies in 2014. But what won? 12 Years a Slave for Best Picture.
Right. And
the guy whose name I can't pronounce. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Ejiofor?
Sure.
He didn't win.
I thought he won for Best Actor. No.
Matthew McConaughey.
No, the girl won for...
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o?
Yeah.
Won for Best Supporting Actress.
Right.
So... Of the 6 major awards, black actors won 2 of them in a very stocked field in 2014.
Didn't the director win too?
Actually, I want to say yeah. Yeah, so of the major awards, they won several. Point being, they run in a stocked field. They won several of them. And I love how everyone's overblowing 2015. Latinos are a minority still, guys. Just so some Latinos, Birdman won.
And then we had a Mexican win every award tonight.
Well, it's a Latino, yes. Yeah. But a Latino man won, a Hispanic man won all the major awards tonight. Best director, best film, and he did one.
Actually, last year it was Alfonso Cuarón for Gravity won best director.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so but 2.
But still a minority.
2 out. Oh, that's true, yeah. So... all this nonsense about white. Can we just move past the race thing? And I don't say that by saying that races are equal. It's what I've said all along. What I said all night tonight. Poor people are the problem. Poor people aren't the problem. Poor people are the neglected class. It has less to do about race, more to do about being poor.
There are colors of every colors. There are actors of every color.
Creed, nationality,
sexual orientation, blah, 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 blah. You're a good actor. I like you.
Right.
If you're a bad actor, I don't.
Right.
I love Idris Elba. I don't like Pauly Shore. Like, I don't think that says anything about me as a person or a racist or anything. I think it just says that I like talented people and I don't like untalented people.
Right.
I don't know. I think that there are wonderful performances by black actors that definitely do get overlooked.
Right.
But I think there's wonderful performances by white actors that get overlooked as well.
Michael Keaton. Robbed again.
I mean, look, Fight Club. How many actor nominations did that get?
Yeah.
You know? It's not... Just... Everyone calm down. Seriously, it doesn't have to be like... This is why I like sports. Nobody
cares.
Yeah, nobody ever goes to like those pickets outside of a basketball game, going like, "There's not enough white people on this team." It's like, what do you want your like? Do you want a team that's indicative of the city that you live in, or do you want a team that wins? Because we can just make this team like 40% white and 15% black and 10% Mexican, and so on and so forth. But our team is going to suck. We're just trying to pick
based on race.
We're just trying. Yeah. We're trying to make this happen somehow.
So speaking of equality, I do want to say applause to the winners tonight.
Yeah,
Patricia Arquette, Graham Moore. We were talking about one other one. Shoot, who else? There was a lot of great speeches, but I got to say, Graham Moore's speech about trying to commit suicide when he was a young man and paying it forward, like he hopes he inspires someone who will come and win an Academy Award and inspire somebody else.
I joked about it while we watched, but I just thought that would have been the perfect time for the annual Oscar miscue. Yeah. Where they start playing the music. Because he paused for 2 seconds, 3 seconds between the part of the speech that he was on and the when I was 15 I decided I was thinking about killing myself.
And they start
But there was 3 seconds there where I thought somebody was going to have an itchy trigger finger.
Hit it.
And music. And he's going to be like, doo-doo-doo. And then I decided to kill myself at 15.
Kill it!
Till the band is not playing.
And then
they're 10 blocks away at the Capitol Records. Shred.
By the way, excellent job.
Why doesn't this fucking theater have an orchestra pit?
Also, Patricia Arquette giving a shout out to women who give birth to citizens and taxpayers and still don't have equal rights. So good for her.
I only listened to about 70% of her speech.
Oh, too soon. And Jesus made an appearance.
Yes, he did.
At the Academy Awards, so obviously we're doing the right thing.
Of course, he's calling himself Jared Leto these days.
Beautiful blue-eyed Jesus.
I do the same thing.
By the way, I do love how everybody was...
If I could get away with it, I would call myself Jared Leto too.
I love how everybody was like, oh my God, he looks like Jesus. No, he looks like white Jesus. He looks like what we turned Jesus into, not the real Jesus. Aquaman. Aquaman looks like the real Jesus, actually.
Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Momoa?
Momoa? Is that what it is? Momoa? But who looks badass in Aquaman, but he looks like Jesus.
He looks badass. He's going to look really badass in the 12 scenes that Aquaman has.
Oh, God. You got to hope that they're building a movie. He has a movie, 2018. July 20th, 2018.
Does he have a whole
Yeah, they're doing a whole Aquaman movie. Yes. Stage 2 DC. Yeah. Listen, if Vinny can do it, Jason Momoa can do it.
I just wish I could hit my head on the microphone really hard.
He just did. Yeah, there you do it again.
There we go. Now I feel better.
But no, so it was a fantastic show for the people giving shout-outs in the speeches, and creepy John Travolta copping a feel on people.
It reminded me so much of Joe Biden.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, John Travolta should never host or be called up on stage for anything. He gets called up on stage with the girl whose name he grossly mispronounced last year, and then proceeds to cop a feel not only around the waist,
right,
but all on her face, all on her.
Oh, and underneath the face too.
Oh God, it's so
like, like I feel like as far as men touching women's faces unprovoked goes,
yeah.
Like, you could maybe, make a he's just sweet.
Right.
He's not doing anything. He's just being sweet. If, you give, maybe, a little graze on the forehead.
Even,
or, a little thing on the cheek.
Yeah, the bogey, he is looking at you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Even that, but not.
As soon as you're underneath the chin.
Groping.
Just sort of,
facial hair on fleek.
Getting in on the... Getting in on the giblets.
The thing is, he went around the waist.
Yeah.
And then he did, the back rub. Then he went around the shoulder. And then that shoulder hand came back around and went up the neck into the face. That is too much touching, John. Too much.
Maybe he's trying to quell all the gay rumors.
And somebody was pointing out that he was wearing a dog collar, so maybe it was part of his sadomasochistic
electrocution therapy.
Yeah. So... to get to we're already running. To get to some of the awards, how did you do based on your predictions from last week? Did your ballot match what you predicted last week?
I think I did. Pretty much I did.
Pretty close.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe I said Boyhood I thought was going to win Best Picture.
Change your mind middle of the week?
Well, I saw Boyhood today.
Oh, that's right.
Prior to the Oscars.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I really liked it. I just didn't think it was... I think I liked the premise a lot more than I liked the movie.
Right. And you didn't go with Eddie Redmayne for Best Actor either.
No, but...
Didn't see that coming.
No. it's not that I didn't see it coming. I made the argument to Shannon a couple days ago.
Yeah.
That, to me, it was a 3-horse race. If they opened the envelope and it was Redmayne, Cumberbatch, or Keaton, I would have...
Any of them. Not surprised.
Yeah, that's totally who I expected would win. One of those three.
Who else was in the category?
Steve Carell.
Oh, that's right, for Foxcatcher. Somebody else. One more. I got it right here.
Bradley Cooper
for...
Yeah.
Now, and I was surprised American Sniper got shut out.
I wasn't. It wasn't like... I liked American Sniper.
Yeah.
I feel like fucking poor Clint Eastwood just has to deal with like the politics of the world around him.
Well, it's a bullshit propaganda movie, but that's neither here nor there.
See, but
as Shannon would say, Black lives don't matter here. Just kidding, Shannon. She didn't say that. Corey made up a quote for her. She wanted to keep the peace. Good for her. Yeah. By the way, I found we were all arguing the same point. We were all on the same side, and Shannon was still like, I don't want it. I don't want it here.
I don't want your arguments.
No arguments.
I don't know. I feel like American Sniper did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Hype everybody up for war?
No, because if you're a dumb, stupid person...
Oh, here we go. Reminder for everybody, Corey at OTheAnthem.com. Go ahead.
If you're a dumb, stupid person, when you leave that movie, you're just like, yeah, gotta get all them Arabs, gotta teach them a lesson.
Kill the ragheads.
Yeah, like...
yeah, I saw that
anybody
tweet.
Who ain't peachy white better duck and cover, because American Army's coming to take care of you. Right. You know? Yeah. Like, whatever. Like, those people are gonna be doing that regardless. They're going to be sitting home, like, you know, furiously beating off to Anderson Cooper and going like, "What the fuck do Anderson I got a gay on my TV?"
First of all, no,
they just don't understand
they're watching Fox News.
I was saying they're like so horribly out of like touch. Okay, they're like just huge fucking what's the thing? Hypocrites.
Okay, yeah.
And then the people who hate war sort of walked out of that movie going like, wow, war is bad.
We really shouldn't do
We really shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was what war was like.
I've never seen a war movie like
I've
ever.
never seen...
Yeah.
I went to see Private Ryan, but then I just went like this the whole time and covered my face.
Except for when there was crying. When I heard crying, I watched it.
And then there was once where I heard crying and I opened up my eyes and there was a guy's guts all over the place. I'm like, oh my God, no! I wasn't prepared for that.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah. I don't know, we just have some random woman like...
I'd picture her with
passive
dreadlocks and a flowy skirt.
A passive Private Ryan viewer.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that movie came out like 20 years ago.
God.
Yeah.
And you know,
I got that on the double VHS.
I would say this about American Sniper too.
Yeah.
I really don't like war movies.
Sure.
Personally,
I'm a fan. Just not that one.
I like that one a lot. But
it's
there's
so much
not like
propaganda.
not a whole lot of war movies that I enjoy. But that one,
of course, you would like that. That's your Republican leaking out. That's that.
It's easing out the pores.
That's that college Republican coming back out before you got smart.
No, there wasn't a college libertarians club.
Yeah. Yes, there was.
Was there?
Yeah.
College libbies?
I don't think they called themselves that. I don't think that was the name of the club.
I'm just registered as a Republican because I like to vote in primaries.
In Maryland?
Yeah.
Your primary doesn't matter there, brah.
No, it matters quite a big deal.
Why?
Well, how much did Obama win the Democratic
in Maryland?
Primary by?
Like 16%?
Right. I mean, like the last time he had a legitimate, like when it was Hillary and him.
Oh.
8 years ago.
Who knows?
It was huge, though.
Yeah.
That one never matters.
Right, but
Democratic primary never matters.
If you don't vote in the Democratic primary, then your vote don't matter. Because
vote for. In the end, it doesn't matter who you vote for.
Right.
But I'm saying the election that I have the most choice in is Republican primary in Maryland.
Well, and it's so late. That's the problem. It's so late in a race that it's already decided. The field's already been...
Yeah, and I'm not really, like, helping anybody by saying, like, Ron Paul.
Yeah. But at least you get
He's already eliminated by that point. But at least I get to do the...
Yeah, your voice is heard.
At least I get to send the message to the Republican Party, like, I'm not happy with any of my candidates.
By the way, there's a creepy picture of Steve Carell that just popped up. Okay, just moved to Bradley. But, yeah, Steve Carell is
flipping back and forth.
Yeah, super creepy.
Hold on a second.
I'm going to have to see this Birdman.
The Oscars have a pretty well-designed website, I will say that.
Yeah, they do. It's actually been really nice. And here it comes. There he is. Creep-tastic.
He does look good in that movie.
They should have won for makeup design because they make him look creep-tastic. All right, so thoughts. Any thoughts about the winners? You did pretty well predicting for the most part. Not enough to win our pool, but you won in those ones that that's everybody's guessing at. Like the difference between winning and losing was you picking Leviathan. Because Leviathan didn't win. Ida won.
Yeah, but nobody won that one.
No, but that would have been your...
Oh, yeah, that would
have been tying it up.
Yeah.
Although not with 2 extra points.
I made the argument that Leviathan should have won best foreign language film. Mm-hmm. Just because it sounded like the type of thing, like when you play
presenter. I want to hear your presenter voice. Here we go.
And the Academy Award for Best Foreign Picture Film goes to Leviathan. They're playing Lucy.
Oh shit! It is Lucy. It just felt like Academy Award music. I don't know why. This is the first win for Ima Kalabana, the director of Leviathan.
I feel bad. I feel bad when it's like a foreign language film or a short film or best documentary short or something like that.
Because they're in the fucking back.
Well, not only that, but they come up and it's just like, this is Kurt Smith's first win and first nomination for Academy Award. Like, oh, poor Kurt Smith.
Dude, they're so far in the back, there's a hydration station halfway up. Like
they had to go through the mister.
Yeah, all the way in the back, grabbing water, splashing on their face, drinking a cup of Gatorade through the mister on the way up.
I can't remember what the first one... There was somebody who was in a box. Oh, yeah. Like, who was stage left box.
Miserable, yeah. And then they cut away. They cut away when it... Because I think that woman actually just, like, hopped over the wall.
Oh, yeah, because it was costume design, I think.
She had that... dress on.
She was they were in a box and it, like the camera went to them like let's get the reaction, and then I think they all just like looked at themselves like, how do we get out of here? To get to this box we had to go through the lobby. Do I have to go through the lobby to...
I'm telling you, they cut away and then they just helped her up over the wall and then took her upstairs.
A couple Oscar goons who were like just like
feet fillers. Yeah, seat fillers.
Seat fillers.
So, I mean, that was the difference. And by the way, Ida won that category. And that's the one where the guy talked over the music until they stopped playing and then finished what he had to say. Right. Oh, God. I love those foreign guys. Fuck you. I say what I want to say.
That's my only opportunity.
It's the first and only time I'll be here, you assholes.
I would like to go up. I would like to win an Academy Award and just... start bullshitting my time and see if they music me quicker.
If you're not saying anything?
Well, it's not saying anything important.
Wow. Oh, man. It's a moment. I just want to take this in. Can everybody just... Shh. Just want to take it in for a minute.
Like, I joked once that it would be funny if I, like, went up to the microphone...
Yeah.
And just told everybody who would be involved in, like, me winning an Academy Award, like, I'd give them a personalized phone call beforehand.
Right.
Rob, I'm so thankful for everything that you did.
Right.
You know, all the work that you put in. I just couldn't do it without you. I'm going to do something a little bit different during the Oscars, so if I do happen to win...
I want you to know I appreciate you.
I want you to know I appreciate you, but your name won't be said.
Right.
I'm going to be doing something silly. And you'll be like, okay.
And then what do you do when you get called?
Well, if I go up there and I was just like, you know, and the manager of your Baltimore Orioles, Buck Showalter, leading off, playing right field.
Wait for them to cut you?
Go through the lineup. And then just see if it's like 30 seconds in where they're just like, be like, fuck you. You gave everybody else 45 seconds. You're cutting me off at 30. You guys are jerks.
I think I would just go there and be like, well, shit.
Oh, fuck, I'm not supposed to say shit. Fuck, God damn it. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, fuck.
I hope you guys had a delay built in.
They just cut away to Cumberbatch's face like, whoa.
Whoa. Wow.
My cheekbones are in surprised mode.
He looks like the alien from that Seth not Seth MacFarlane. Seth crap.
He looks like some sort of apex predator.
What is the movie where the Seth guy is the alien and the guy from
American Dad?
No. The guy from the British zombie movie.
Simon Pegg?
Yes. Simon Pegg is in it, and his partner in the British zombie movie,
Nick Frost.
They play two guys in a camper, and Seth something is the voice of the alien. Ed? Al? I don't know, something like that.
I don't know.
Come on, man. You're killing me. All right, who is the Seth? He's in all the Get High movies.
Seth Rogen?
Seth Rogen is the voice of the alien, and Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are the guys.
I can't do his voice. His laugh. I was trying.
I've never... Anyway, point being, Benedict Cumberbatch looks like that alien. Yeah. That's my whole point in all this. Fuck you, Shane. He looks like an alien. Anyway.
Though, I think Benedict might actually have a string, if he can keep it up.
Yeah.
Which is, tall order in Hollywood these days.
Yeah.
But if he can keep it up, he's got the chops to put up a Meryl-like streak of just being nominated for everything all the time.
Well, and now he's got that beautiful beard and the beard baby that's coming, so he's set. My comment all night long was what? Listen, dude, you're playing Alan Turing. It's a little on the nose. We need you to knock that bitch up by Oscar time.
We just need a bump in the dress.
Just a bump in the dress by Oscar time that lets everybody know what's up. Oh, God, do I have to? I can't do a British accent.
Aren't we in an accepting period of time where people will accept me for being gay? No,
not at all. You're a sex symbol.
Didn't you read the script for The Imitation Game? You could be killed for this.
Here's the thing. I don't know that the women who love him wouldn't still love him if he were gay. I think they would be like, yeah, listen, one night with me, I could turn him. I could do it.
All he needs is one good clit licking. And it'll turn him around.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, horrible things. Well, I mean, but here's the thing. I'm so full of myself. I say the same thing. I'm like, listen, there's no lesbian who's beyond my... I'm 3 out of 4. All right? I turned 3 out of 4.
What was the line from like Chasing Amy? It's like she just needs a deep dick in. Like, what's the alternative? What's the change in a gay guy? Like, the clit licking? He just needs one good clit licking.
I mean, but that would entertain that she was the one doing that, because the deep dicking is the person who's speaking doing the action. So. Motorboat? He needs one good motorboat? Has a motorboat ever changed anybody's sexuality?
He needs one good moist handshake. Are you alright over there?
Oh, God.
Do you need me to perform the Heimlich maneuver?
No, the idea of sex is disturbing to me now. I don't know. I'm in a very asexual... I'm in a very writing
Sex
period.
Has been ruined for me?
Well, now, yes, of course. But no, I mean, like, when I get in this, like, I want to write all the time. I have no interest in sex whatsoever. No interest in dating.
I have no interest in any... Like, when I'm, like, in a super worker mood, like I have been for the last week, like, what happens is I'll come home and, like, sort of, like, casually work my way into work.
After a masturbation session?
Mia Khalifa. No, but like like I decompress from the day, and then I find myself in front of my computer,
right?
And then
compress. Compress, depress.
Anywho, I eventually sit in front of my computer and I'm just like, okay, 4:00, starting writing. This is good.
Right.
And then 5 hours later, I come out of my fugue state where I'm just like, how long have I been writing? It's 9 o'clock already. Fuck.
We're doing this on Sunday night, obviously after the Oscars. Last night was the first Saturday night. Actually, I've had two because you were on vacation.
Yeah.
For the one. I just sat home and write. I did not go out. I did not go to the bar. There was I was just like, I'm done with that. I just need to focus on doing work now.
Yeah.
So, sorry, ladies. Sorry about your luck.
Looks like your Saturdays are going to be occupied forever.
Oh.
With other things.
Until I am done writing my sitcom.
Until I am famous.
And my novels, yes.
And then I'm going to stop working.
And then I'm going to stop talking to
bitches.
you. Yes, and I'm going to stop talking to you because they're hotter and I can make them famous. I'm talking to you, Kristen Renton.
Listen.
My picture.
Listen, Jackie. I'd really like to come over. Mm-hmm. I would. Believe me when I say that.
Are we talking about the Jackie that I know, or is this?
I just came up. Okay. Jackie. I wasn't like.
So listen, Jackie. This is not about you. Go ahead.
I don't know you're Jackie.
Oh, okay. Well, that's because she doesn't. Just kidding.
Listen, Jackie. I think you're pretty keen, and I'd like to keep talking to you. But I'm actually on my way over to Emma Stone's place right now, so I don't know what you can say or do to up that, but I'm willing to let you try.
And here's what I'll say. I am all about that. I think we've talked about this before. There are no exceptions list. There's no hall pass list.
Yeah.
Most people have, because I'm like, I fully expect to be at a party one day, and I don't want to look at my wife and be like, yo, Emma Stone's here. Yeah. I'm totally going to go fuck her. Just she's on my list, though. It's cool. Look, there's Brad Pitt over there. Go ahead. Have that, sweet.
Go ahead and give it a whirl. See how it works.
No, nobody wants any of that. So no exceptions list.
Yeah, just...
Also going to be single, though, so...
Just allowed to cheat on whoever.
No.
Just like, all right, babe, it's been fun, but there's Emma Stone, so bye.
I can't say that I wouldn't do that. You're talking to the guy who, to age myself, called a girl from a payphone in a bar to break up with her so that I could go home with somebody else. But I didn't cheat. I've never cheated, not once. Never, not once cheated.
This is another edition of Classy Peace Theater, starring Rob Cheek.
That is one of the stories that's going to be on the other web series, which we should do, which is Nice Girls Hear the Shit that comes out of Rob's mouth. I just like a little innocent virgin girl to put on the headphones and hear me saying... So one time, I called a girl from a very dirty bar back, not a back room, it was a back hallway.
Yeah.
From a payphone. Payphones are these things that we used to have to put money in and dial because we didn't have cell phones. And I called the girl's house, and it was a landline, and she picked up. And I said, hey, sweetie, it's been real. But what I realized is that we're two different places in our lives. And then I went home and slept with somebody else. But I did not cheat. And I feel like some girl would gouge out her own ears hearing that.
Yeah.
Or swear off men for good.
Maybe we should include the maybe he just needs one good clit licking.
Am I going to adopt that? Because that sounds like a much more phrase that I would say, I think. Yeah. And you're such a nice guy. You're the nice guy. I'm the asshole. That's how this shtick works. You're getting off shtick. In reality, I'm a 45-year-old man. I've been married for 12 years. I have 2 beautiful kids. But the shtick that we've built up is that I'm the single asshole in Corey's.
And I'm actually Idris Elba.
It was a mic cord. I
still don't know what you mean.
You got to look that up. Idris Elba. There was a picture taken. He had like this lump down to his knee. So there was like, oh my God, Idris Elba with a big dick. No. And he was like, I wished it was true. No, it was a mic cord. It was
a mic pack?
A mic pack. Yeah, strapped to his thigh.
Gotcha.
So he blew that up. But anyway, as far as, now that we've gotten off track completely, any other thoughts about the Oscars?
No. I think it was pretty loaded all the way around, so there weren't many. There wasn't any award that happened where I went like, "Oh my god, no!" or like
the other way. Like, the last one when you were like, "In your face, Melissa! In your face!"
What was the one pick I had that nobody else had, and I was just like,
"Oh yeah,
yeah, fucker!"
Short document. It was like a documentary of short. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It didn't even matter, and everybody had been calm and silent up to that point, and you were just like, "Yeah, bitches!" He just like lose his shit over a short documentary. Yeah. Like, what's going on?
Oh, in your face, in your face.
Yeah, how much did that work out on the long run? There?
I silvered.
Basically, you're the first loser.
I still have time to look up. I haven't heard from my mother or sister,
right?
So I don't know how they did.
I'm gonna laugh humongously if you also lose your family pool by one. That will be funny.
I've lost that family pool a couple times because Brendan is like a fucking
savant.
Sage. Yeah,
he's a savant.
Yeah, they stay at home all the time. I say he'll be like, "Yeah, I think 12 Years a Slave is going to win Best Picture." He'll be like,
way.
"No, idiot." And the Best Picture goes to 12 Years a Slave. I was just like, "Fucking Brendan."
How did you know? He's from the future.
Good.
He's come back to wreck your family pool.
I took the DeLorean to the future. And I got a Who Won Every Single Oscars book. Because books are still popular in the future for whatever reason.
Oh, way to miss that, Back to the Future. I didn't even think about that.
People still buy books.
Although, wait. It was a book from 2000 saying all of the scores for the 20th century. Because it was in a classic bookstore.
Oh.
It wasn't in it was a sports memorabilia shop. I mean, it was sports memorabilia. So, maybe still on par. Although 2000, we were really kind of getting to the electronic books, too.
And Jaws 3D did come out way before.
Yeah, but not like... Blah.
No, it was like that.
Out on the street?
Oh, no.
The ad out on the street?
No,
to be fair, though, Tupac and Michael Jackson have both been on stage, so...
I miss the... I miss the old 3D. You know, like
the crude 3D.
remember when we were talking about John Wick?
Yeah.
And like things they don't do anymore? With
what?
the like, well, you've upset John Wick. Not John Wick. Like that thing. Something I haven't seen in 3D movies in quite a long time.
Yeah.
And I know they don't do it because they want to act like the technology is advanced past this point.
Throwing shit at you?
Well, not even that. Just like the like, watch out, the shark's coming. And then the shark comes like out towards the... You're like, no!
I hear SpongeBob is actually a lot like that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, great. That would
Not that you would spend... Who's going to spend $17 on fucking SpongeBob?
I know a lot of people who have a healthy weed habit who would probably...
Okay, fair enough. As someone who doesn't imbibe myself, I didn't think about that, but yes.
Because the SpongeBob is apparently quite popular with the older people.
Well, it
who
is
like to smoke the doobs. Yeah,
I should have thought more about that, but still, I mean, most of the people I know who smoke weed can't afford $17 for a ticket. So,
yep, they can afford $100 every 3 weeks for weed.
3 weeks? That's funny. Yeah, no, no, it's these same people who are like, "Yeah, man, could I like go borrow $20 for gas?" And I'm like, "You're high right now. You are high right now." Yeah, well, I gotta get some gas to go buy some more weed. You have cash in your pocket. Yeah, but it's for weed.
It's like weed cash.
It's not like real money. It's not my money. It's for weed. So,
listen, I already told the guy I was going to give him this much money for that much weed. Don't make me change that up.
Fuck it in my flow, man. Just $20 till I get paid.
Like, think about this. Like, have you ever gone to the McDonald's drive-thru?
Oh, change your order.
And then you get the order box, and you say, like, I'd like a Big Mac with a Coke. And then you pull up to the window, and they're like, that's $8.72. I'd be like, you know what, actually, I want a double quarter pounder with a Dr. Pepper.
Don't change shit up in the window.
No fries. Yeah. Can I get apples instead?
The new McDonald's menu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then everybody at McDonald's fucking hates you.
Well, speaking of which, I am super proud of you. No Coke for almost 5 days now?
Yeah.
What?
And 9 pounds lost because of it.
God Doesn't that make you...
I am rocking the OTA fitness challenge.
And I think you're clearly in first place.
Without having to do anything.
Doesn't it say something about you,
I haven't changed a single thing about my diet.
Or exercised.
And I lost 9 pounds from Coke.
That is what you're doing to your body, though. That is what you're doing to your body.
Oh, I know. I do worry, though, because I've like... I lose weight so quickly.
Yeah.
I know, like, horrible. Don't cry
all the girls in the challenge are like, fuck you.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Right.
I drop weight really quick.
Right.
Especially out the gate. Like, as soon as I start committing myself to it, I lose it quick. But I just worry that, like, the same thing's going to happen where, like, a week from now, I'd have lost, like, 20 pounds.
Right.
In 2 weeks. And that's way too much weight to lose way too quick.
I don't think so.
And then your body, like, starts going into the shock of, like...
See, no, but that's the thing. Is yours won't. Because you're not starving yourself. It's not going to go into starvation mode. It's going to go into, holy shit, we're not getting compounded with sugar.
Yeah.
So you won't have that. I mean, my body had the freak out where it was like, holy shit, healthy food. Let's hold on to all of this. And then, a week of nasty shits later, and I now have officially lost weight. But I think you should be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I say Birdman and all the awards that it won was very deserving. I loved Birdman. Mm-hmm. And I think it was last week when I said that if I had to make the decision right after seeing it, I would have given it the Academy Award right then.
And?
Because I thought it was good enough to win.
Right.
And I didn't think I was going to see anything better than that.
Right.
But I did, but I still think it's well-deserved. So.
Well, good.
Yeah.
So, happy result for you.
Yeah, happy Oscar night.
Yeah, so, and we hope everybody enjoyed
Hollywood. It's motherfucking fucking Hollywood.
The message you left in your brother's machine?
Yeah.
Left on his machine. I mean, his voicemail. Because it's 1990, apparently.
He had to change his tape.
Yeah, Jesus. And just to touch on it briefly, Corey is also winning the OTA challenge in our keyword for this week, which is #sleep. Not only have you lost the most weight, but I can guarantee you're getting more sleep than everybody in this competition. So,
I don't know about that. I mean, I slept a lot this morning.
Right. And EP's working nights. So
I went to bed at 12:30.
Right.
And I woke up at like 11:30.
So you're getting way more sleep.
So I got 11 hours last night.
Yeah.
But the rest of the nights, I'm usually going to bed around the same time, like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Up at 6, nap at 4.
No nap. Just power through. Been writing. I've been on that writer's grind, son.
Oh, sure. All right, so
I don't got time for naps.
So the OTA
naps don't help me write.
The OTA Fitness Challenge keyword this week is, I have to follow this because you promoted it last week, and then people asked me, but #sleep is your keyword for this week. So there you go.
And I will repeat, just like I did last week.
Yeah. That
every hour less than 8 that you get is 17 pounds of fat on average.
A year. Yeah. So
that your body is packing on. So if you can find the time to get that extra hour of sleep, it'll be better for your health in the long run.
Sure. And I want to say a big keep it going.
You don't have to be like me and Rob and sleep 3 hours a night.
Yeah. And just fight that.
Because it won't sustain itself. Eventually, we're just going to die.
Yeah. We're going to die young. And that's okay. We've accepted that. But I want to say a good, keep it going to everybody. Melissa tried to throw a wrench in everybody's plans, and it worked. You all ate all of the cupcakes and
I had 5
meatballs.
Cupcakes.
Yeah. And you know how many cupcakes did I have?
None.
0. How many snacks did I have? 0. How much alcohol did I have? 0. That's why I'm the MVP.
How many Cheddar Bay biscuits did I have? 9.
God, they smelled so good too. I'm like, oh, I hate you.
I hate you. It's my favorite part about Red Lobster.
Yeah, it's just for the biscuits.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I avoided the splurge. Everybody else splurged, so I'm hoping that's going to put me back up front. But everybody out there, keep going. You're doing such a good job. Everybody's dropping weight. It's not really about dropping weight. What I'm hearing from everybody is they feel better. You feel a lot better with no Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
well, I mean, I'll tell you this. lack. I think my body is just so used to caffeine,
right?
That not having a constant main line of it.
That's why you're sleeping more.
Is troublesome.
Well, that's good though, because you'll adjust though. And you went after you did this before for Lent, and then you went forever afterward with not having any Coke. Yeah, I don't remember what happened that made you go back.
Well, I was doing Red Bull.
Well, but then eventually
in replacement of the Coke.
But it's sugar free. I would argue is probably better.
Well, what happened with the Coke is much like it does like with every kind of like addiction that creeps back in your life.
Right.
Like the alcoholic who's just like,
I'm just gonna have one.
I can have one beer.
Yeah, I
can do it.
Like, well, I imagine alcohol was involved. It probably was like a Jack and Coke or Jameson and Coke.
No.
And then,
no. It was what it was. I think the first time it happened, it was like the Coke. They had to change something with the Coke machine. They're just like, it doesn't taste right. Corey, you really like Coke. Can you tell us if this tastes right? And then I put like just like a shot's worth in the cup. I'll just be like, I'm
shaking that heroin baggie in front of you.
I'm just making sure that it tastes right, and then take a sip, and I'll be like, I think it's a little bit too much soda water, maybe a little bit more syrup,
right?
And then we adjust, and I'll be like,
check again.
No, it's too much syrup now. But hold on a second, let me fill up this cup before you change anything.
And then you're right back in your junkies. Yeah. Okay.
And then it's followed like the next couple weeks with me like walking in, I'm like, oh, I don't have time to stop and get a Red Bull. All right, I'll just have half a cup of Coke just to get me that.
Drink water.
Give me that kick in the morning.
Drink water and get the squeezy stuff that goes in the water.
Yeah.
The caffeine water additive.
Yeah, that has been suggested to me.
Yeah, you should at least try that.
Yeah.
But you're doing really good. Everybody's feeling better. I'm really happy about that. We are going to Outer Banks in June.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for seeing how everything ends up by June.
Yeah. Hooray, fitness.
Yay! OTA Fitness Challenge. #sleep. So.
If you want to get physical with us, you can do it at otheanthem.com, Corey at otheanthem.com, or the Anthem on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube. The listener line, 443-219-7595.
What's the number again?
It's 443-219-7595.
And you can find me at Robert N. Chica on your social networks. Literally,
can people get physical?
You can send me pictures if you'd like. I don't do the exchange. People have learned that. Just because you send me pictures, don't mean I'm sending them back.
All right.
But you can
noted for the next time I send you a dick pic.
You can find me on all your sister networks at Robert and Cheek. Literally anything. I have so many that I can't even keep track of anymore. For all your latest news, check out deaddrop.com for my political rantings, which you heard a little bit of, and you can find on Twitter. It's foundingthefuture.us. And of course, I'm on Twitter on both of those accounts too. And signed a contract for my book. Book's coming out. We're looking at probably early summer release. So get ready for that.
Buy Rob's book.
Get ready for that. And buy the other book, because the other book's still out too.
Movement Insurrection.
MovementInsurrection.com.
Buy Rob's book.
There you go. So is that all? Any other comments about Oscars?
Oh, we did forget something.
What's that?
Lady Gaga actually singing.
Oh yeah, which you appreciated.
Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't do this no auto-tune thing more often.
Yeah, and what would you say was it's not that she doesn't have the skill, because obviously she has.
She's lazy,
and it's easier just to do auto-tune.
Yeah,
I suggested that maybe she knew she was going to have to be live-ish, so she was sober and it was better. And then maybe in the studio she's like mainlining cocaine, and she's like, they'll get it in post. They'll get it in post.
There was I'll put this in the show notes, but there was a street artist who made a sculpture and put it on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
Not right in front of the Dolby Theater, but like down so probably like Hollywood and Vine or something like that.
Yeah.
With a Oscar statuette like on all fours, like trying to snort a line of coke.
Yeah. Very fitting, I think.
And it's just like, this is about all the actors who spend all their time with with drug use. And I was just like...
And, by the way, the tweet that got the most retweets was like... two. Actually, I had two. One was, I wonder how many food... insecure children could have been fed with the money we just spent on the Academy Awards, all told. And the other one was, great, now that the awards are done, we can go back to killing poor people and invading third world countries. So, more like that on foundingthefuture.us. Otherwise, you've been listening to the You're the Anthem podcast.
I like how we promote like, tune in Oscar night for all the live tweets and and Corey, the Anthem, which is just me.
Yeah.
Like anytime you saw something from the Anthem, with like, especially with like a at Corey.
Yeah.
At Legend CB5 at the end.
That's you tweeting at yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're doing that, and I'm doing the fuck the Oscars.
Yeah. Rob's idea of live tweeting the Oscars is just like, do you know how many fucking children died from a disease that's easily curable?
To be fair, that was on my...
While this telecast has been going on.
That was on the Founding... That was on the Founding the Future Twitter. On the Robert and Cheek one, I was commenting about the movies and the actors and you guys overreacting to all crazy stuff. But anyway, You've been listening to the You're the Anthem podcast, part of the You're the Anthem digital network. For Corey, this is Rob, and for the entire Academy of Film Sciences and Technology, have a great week, everybody.
Totally.
It doesn't matter. Just like the Oscars, none of it matters.
Best Picture to Whiplash. I'm still holding out hope.
Have a good week, everybody.